Hey, what's up, guys? Millermassacre 19 here. I'm going to tell you some of the issues and the reasons why I hate Red Dead Online. Notice I said Red Dead Online and not just Red Dead Redemption 2. I said this because I think Red Dead 2's story is one of my favorite stories in any game I played, and they have two of my favorite characters of all time, John Marston and Arthur Morgan. But I'm not talking about the story. I'm talking about the letdown of an online mode. I hate how Red Dead Online is lacking content because Rockstar is worried about GTA 5, a 7, almost 8-year-old game, and updating that online by adding new properties to buy, cars, guns, clothing, heists, and they don't add all that much to Red Dead Online. They added roles like Bounty Hunter, Naturalist, Moonshiner, Trader, and Collector. These roles are cool and everything, but where's the properties? I know there's a Moonshine Shack, but where's the houses, mansions, and other properties? To my knowledge, the camp and the Moonshine Shack are the only properties in the game. Now, I know what you're going to say. They can add them later. Well, they're sure taking their time considering RDR2 Online came out after several months of beta in May of 2019. That's plenty of time to come out with cool shit and make the game interesting. Like I said earlier, as of right now, there are 5 roles: Bounty Hunter, Naturalist, Moonshiner, Trader, and Collector. Bounty Hunter is what you would expect it to be. You bring in targets dead or alive, obviously more money alive, and there are legendary bounties which pays more gold and money, but not enough gold or money in my opinion. Naturalist is a role where you sedate animals, take samples from them, and you can sell it. You can also photograph certain animals and sell that, and you can get rewards from Gus for bringing him hides and pelts, which also doesn't pay enough. The next role, Moonshiner, you buy a moonshine shack and you either steal or buy ingredients to make moonshine that you can sell. And in my opinion, you don't make enough for the work you put in with this role either. The next role, Trader, you make your camp into a business and you bring Crip's items that he can make sellable items that you can make money and gold from. The last role, Collector, you collect rare alcohol bottles, tarot cards, and you dig treasure up with the Pennington field shovel, and you could sell your findings to Madame Nazar for rewards. All of these roles have a leveling up system where you unlock abilities and items that aren't really that game changing. Now, you might say the roles are fun, but in my opinion, they are repetitive and you don't get as much money and gold as you should for the work you put in. And on top of that, it's 15 gold for each role, and you only get 0.1 to 0.5 gold per mission if you don't have a role and you're doing normal online missions. It takes fucking forever to get enough gold for a roll, and when you finally buy a roll after grinding missions and doing dailies to earn the 15 gold, it doesn't feel worth it because rolls don't pay that much gold either. You could buy gold with real money. That's probably why it's so hard to earn it in-game, because they want you to give them real money, which is bullshit because you already paid money for the game. You shouldn't have to spend real money or that much time to get something in-game, in my opinion. I also hate how RDR2 Online gets more attention than the story. Now, RDR2 Online barely gets any attention because of GTA's Online, which they're never gonna fucking give up on. It's even coming to next gen, which is dumb as hell. But story gets almost nothing. If you're focused on GTA Online and aren't really doing anything with RDR2 Online, why not just do story DLCs for RDR2? They could do an Undead Nightmare too, because it seems like they don't really care about RDR2 Online, and I know they love money. That would make them plenty of money. I know they won't make an Undead Nightmare 2, but if they do, I hope they don't break it like the first one. There's a headless glitch that if it happens, which it will, you can't progress, but they won't fix it because there's no money in it. There are no heists in RDR2 Online either. It doesn't make any sense because isn't the game's famous quote, outlaws for life? How can you be an outlaw if the game doesn't let you rob anything in online? You can't rob stores, people, or trains. You can hijack trains, but there's no money or gold on them to rob. They should have heists that give you serious money. You rob serious things in the story mode. Why won't they let you do it in online? I'll tell you why, because they only care about money, and there's no money in letting people rob gold instead of buying it with real money. I always hated when games do the silent protagonist shit. It's distracting and it takes you out of the game. Other games do this like Call of Duty Cold War, GTA 3, Call of Duty World at War, and RDR2 Online is no different. Now, some people might like that they're silent, but in my opinion, it's distracting. But if they would add voice acting, everyone's character might sound the same. I would rather have that than have the characters not saying anything and seeing cutscenes where there is a character always saying about your character being mute. It gets annoying, in my opinion, hearing the mute jokes every cutscene. They should either ignore it or give them voices. The online feels like it's more grinding, boring missions and daily challenges than it is just having fun, and that's how GTA Online is too. I wish they would make the online portion of the games as fun as the story, but unfortunately, in my opinion, the online is always going to be a grind. Unless you want to pay them money, you're just going to be doing the same boring missions, not having fun until you either get enough money to buy what you want or give up because of how boring the grind is to make money. In my opinion, gun components cost too much money in online. For example, I am customizing the bolt action rifle. For improved rifling, it costs $80. For improved sights, it's $20. For a medium scope, it's $60. For a wide grain stock, it's $60, and for a leather wrap, it's $40. That's all the components. So if you fully customize the gun's components, it will cost you $260. That's ridiculous. It's more to customize all the components than it is to buy the gun itself. That's bullshit, in my opinion. This might be nitpicking because technically you don't need to customize the way your gun looks, but it's still ridiculous because it takes forever to earn gold. And if you want to change your gun to something like iron, because it's the nicest looking one in my opinion, it's 1 gold for the barrel, 1 for the frame, 1 for the hammer, 1 for the lever, 1 for the sight, and 1 for the trigger. That comes out to 6 gold. That would take days to earn that, but they would just say buy it from the store. I say fuck that shit. I hate how some selections from the barber cost gold instead of money. For example, if you want short peaked hair, it's 1 gold. If you want the nightly beard, it's 1 gold. And if you want the gilded teeth, it's 1 gold. That's another 3 gold down the drain because Rockstar is more obsessed with money than Shane McMahon is. RDR2 Online has poker, but it doesn't have a lot of side activities. It's missing horseshoes. I don't know how they don't have it. They had it in RDR1. They are also missing blackjack and five finger fillet. Now, I know it's not that important to have these things, but I would still think it'd be fun to have them so at least you could play them with friends online. Those are the things I hate about RDR2 Online. Now, I love the story modes of both games, RDR1 and 2. I beat them multiple times, but the online of RDR2, it just feels like a grind fest. I mean, I sit there and grind for the gold bars too to get the licenses, but it's just not fun to me. I wish there was just a more fun way that they could do that, or just like down the amount of gold or up the amount that you earn. That would make it a lot better because the online does have potential to be fun if they would add like the properties and everything and down the amount of gold or up the amount that you earn. Then it would make it a lot better. But in my opinion, right now they would need to change a lot to make it a really good online mode. But that's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. Anyways, guys, this has been Millermassacre 19. Like, comment, subscribe, shake and bake.